high percentage for a high-volume shooter. They were looked to her for scoring, especially in their half-court offense. But Katie Meyer wouldn't mind getting some offense from their defense as well.
Through the lineup here, Michelle Woods is a double-figure scorer in league play. Jazz Williams, Jessica Thomas had a career high when these two teams played before. And for the Cavaliers, look out for freshman Michaela Vincent. She is a great three-point shooter. Zara Mobio is averaging a double-double in the middle. It'll be Jazz Williams and Mobio in the center jump circle. And we're underway. Miami, higher seed, will be in white, and Virginia in their road dark blue.
Make sure you got the arrow going right.
Well, there was a violation by Miami, and it will be Virginia's ball. Our officials today, Brian Brunette, Mike Forsberg, and Jules Gallion.
Miami starting out their man-to-man defense. They will change up how they defend screens, try to keep Virginia uncomfortable in their offensive sets.
As you talked about it, Virginia finished strong. Big win over Louisville on Sunday. Heartbreaker last Thursday against North Carolina. They lost at the buzzer. Here's Randolph. Rattles out, though. Offensive rebound. Put back. Sarah Amobio. What a season she has had.
She is a problem on the glass for opponents. You have to know where she is and box her out.
At the other end, Soraya McGuire hits her first shot, and that is big. Miami lost to Florida State on Sunday, and McGuire did not score in that game, only took 4 shots. These two teams met the regular season. Miami beat Virginia on January 21st, 67-58. As I mentioned, Jessica Thomas of Miami had a career high in that game of 18 points. It is Jessica Thomas, number 3, who's leading the offense. Michelle Woods, it'll still belong to Miami. This is a Miami team that has lost 4 in a row and is trying to somehow regain their mojo here in the postseason.
Yeah, Katie Meyer said we just had a tough stretch. 2 ranked opponents in those 4 games and then 2 opponents on the road. She said the ACC is just tough.
Look at McGuire. What a different Ray McGuire we're seeing today than the one that closed out the regular season on Sunday. That rebound by Lauren Moses, another one of the ACC's outstanding freshmen. Randolph on the drive. She draws a foul. Foul's going to be on Motley. This is a Virginia team that ended up having a losing record in the ACC, but again, they finished strong. 3 players in double figures in league play, and they are a great free throw shooting team.
Joanne Boyle said, we just started to get our chemistry together. You know, it started in practice, and it just started to shine through towards the end. Speaking
of free throws, Faith Randolph is among the best, not only in the ACC, but in the country. Coming in, shooting 90% on the season from the free throw line.
Seemed like I intentionally kept talking through the first free throw so that you wouldn't get blamed if it didn't go in.
It didn't go out.
Right. See,
that was smart on your part.
Just keep running my mouth.
And on the defensive end, Faith Randolph picks it off. Long pass too tall for Amobio. The Hurricanes, as we said, they closed out the season with 4 losses, but they were the only team to beat Notre Dame this year in league play. That's who the winner of this game will play.
Virginia also in a man-to-man. Soraya McGuire at the power forward gives them an advantage off the bounce. Gives Miami an advantage off the bounce.
McGuire, when these two teams played, and Miami won at 11.7 rebounds. She's had some big games, but she has not scored well down the stretch. Here comes Vincent, the freshman. Kick out to Randolph. Other end, nice drive, Adrian Motley for her first points.
Katie Meyer said Sabrea McGuire on the glass helps our transition game because she can just get out and run. That's a prime example.
Last time out against Florida State, Motley had 20 points. She's done that a lot this year. Moses can't score. Jazz Williams down with the rebound. Motley has been in double figures all but 3 games this year, and there is Thomas on the drive. Timeout called by Virginia. It's a good start for Miami.
And that's the pace that they want to play this game. They get a rebound, so down the stretch. You want your team to be playing their best basketball in March, but they have a great body of work as is.
Yeah, that win over Notre Dame was huge. Here comes Mason. The feed to Amobio. Sarah's got 4.
Sarah's activity on the glass and just being there to receive the passes. Because Virginia shoots well the 3, she'll get some open looks.
Down the stretch of the season, Virginia had a really heartbreaking overtime loss to Pittsburgh. In that game, Amobio had 18 points and 18 rebounds. Sydney O'Mary into the game now, and Virginia's starting to heat up a bit. Mason hits it.
Good inside-outside attack and balance for Virginia.
Jazz Williams' first points. Williams did not score Sunday. Averaging a little over 5 a game. Randolph. Faith Randolph still looking for her first field goal in the game. Michelle Woods, nice move, scoops it up.
Michelle Woods has been playing great basketball down the stretch. Gives you an added scoring punch, even in the half court, which is where Miami usually needs one more player.
How about this? Miami's 10 points have been scored by 5 different players. Here's Umari working on McGuire. Giving it to Randolph. Swatted away by Jazz Williams. She is a good shot blocker. And she knocked Randolph's shot away.
The ACC would like to extend a special
It's been Miami looking good here.
Actually hosted Coach Meyer on her recruiting visit at Duke. So friends off the court, but competitors on.
They just missed each other. Imagine both of them on the court at the same time.
You know, that's one thing I love about ACC women's basketball, though, is while there is such fierce competition on the court, off the court, there is great camaraderie throughout the league.
That is wonderful to see because the game needs it. You got to compete when you're on the court, but try to grow the game off the court.
And I think everybody loves coming to Greensboro for this tournament. Another freshman, Aaliyah Hulendale, is into the game for Virginia. She wears 23. Inside, it's freshman to freshman, and Moses can't hit it. Adrian Motley, 6 times this year, 20 points or more. They'll need a big game out of her today.
Sloppy play here by both teams the last few possessions.
I was waiting for you to say that.
I was giving them a chance to clean it up.
At both ends, it's kind of gone south a little bit.
And one thing to keep your eye on this game is the pace. You know, Miami wants to make this a track meet. And Joanne Boyle said, we got to take that identity away from them and force them to play in the half court. And they've done a lot of transition so far to start. So Virginia wants to slow this down.
There's 3 freshmen on the court for Virginia right now. This is one of them. Has it knocked away by Nicole Sterling, a senior. Sterling's first points, and now 6 different Miami players have scored a field goal.
Defense to offense, defensive rebound to offense for the Hurricanes.
Mary. Good offensive rebound and put back by the freshman Lauren Moses.
I like this freshman. Big, strong body, good hands, good work ethic. She's getting valuable experience in the starting lineup for Joanne Boyle.
As you mentioned, Virginia had a great win Sunday against Louisville. Moses only had 2 points in that game. More on that, let's go over to Chelsea.
Well, guys, Virginia has been struggling all year to get that signature win, and finally on senior night they upset Louisville. They had 4 players in double figures, but the game before that they lost to UNC on a last-second shot by 2. So a team that's certainly been knocking at the door finally got that signature win, and they're going to try to carry that momentum here in this first game of the ACC tournament for them.
An improbable 3 from Aaliyah Hulandale, only 25% behind the arc, but that was a big one. Gives Virginia the lead.
This freshman class is special, and they were a big part of that win that Chelsea just talked about.
Nicole Sterling with the answer. She's got 2 field goals here early.
The bench factor.
Sterling struggled the first time these 2 teams played. Nice drive by Michaela Vincent.
When Virginia starts getting it going on the offensive end, they can hit threes. They've got good balance with on the glass. And then Vincent just makes something out of nothing. Was tough, takes the contact.
And another great free throw shooter. They have 3 players on the team that shoot over 80%. Vincent at 84 completes the play.
Member of the ACC All-Freshman team.
And well-deserved.
Absolutely.
She leads the ACC overall in three-point percentage. 40%. Lost out of bounds by freshman Erica Davenport just into the game. Well, we seesawed back and forth here early. We've had one great game already. Now up a point, 16 to 15, and lead's gone back and forth a little bit. I think these teams still just feeling each other out a little bit.
Coaches like these first few minutes because they can see what your game plan is going to be, make adjustments, figure out where the quality matchups are.
Amobio back into the game for Virginia. Zumeri. And Aaliyah Hulandale, the freshman from Randolph, New Jersey, travels. She's a great athlete. Was the MVP on her high school track team. Also was a great volleyball player.
When you look at her frame, you think she may be a post player because she's got such length. That's an advantage on the perimeter playing guard.
McGuire, how about that move? Ray McGuire's game has come to life here in the ACC tournament. After struggling down the stretch, Randolph, Amobio.
Ray McGuire is one of those seniors we talked about that is not ready for this ACC tournament run to end. They have not won an ACC tournament since she's been there. Obviously, that's always a goal for a team. She's going to give it her best shot.
Chastity Williams picked up the foul. It's her first. Vincent, we told you about her three-point shooting prowess. She's got 6 points. Virginia's got the lead back. I really like Vincent. He's going to have a great career at Virginia.
He's got all the assets. This quality skill set to be a great guard in this league. But that shooting is one of the biggest ones.
Miami turns it over. Sunday against the Cardinals, Vincent had 10 points, double figures in that big upset win. can just see it in these players' eyes, how much they want it on both teams. The way they're digging after these loose balls and forcing turnovers.
Great defense there by Adrian Motley or Faith Randolph. He does not let her get any breathing room.
McGuire had great position, and Amobio picks up the foul, her first.
McGuire only 5'11", but great athleticism.
And Amobio against Louisville at 22 points, 17 rebounds. A great, great night. She stayed out of foul trouble. When Virginia has been in trouble is when she was been in foul trouble. That happened in the North Carolina game last week. They came back and almost had that game going into overtime, but they are a much better team when she is able to get out on the court and not in foul trouble.
When you got someone as relentless as she is on the glass, you get extra possessions, she brings energy, and she's consistent.
Nigel Green in the paint. McGuire to Motley. And another foul. That's on Umeri, her first.
Good decision by Adrian Motley. Sees the post player in front of her. Knows she's got the foot speed advantage and goes right at her.
Good ball fake by Sterling. Here's McGuire stepping out. And they hitting it. A three by Soraya McGuire. That's just her 11th three-pointer of the season.
Watch out.
She came to play today.
She's ready.
Inside blocked. That's Kayla Prather, who's a pretty good shot blocker. On the other end, look at number 33 in white.
Well, you don't spend time on the scouting report preparing for the three-point shot of Soraya McGuire. So Virginia giving her some looks, and she's knocking them down.
The scouting report also said she's not been scoring a lot in the last couple of games. Prather can't hit it. One of Miami's top freshmen. Here's Vincent.
They got toughness. Street game.
Green, Sterling. Prather lost it, and then Brianna Mason had her hand on it, and she lost it out of bounds. Jessica Thomas. Nigel Green headed to the bench there.
Faith Randolph back in the game for Virginia.
Faith Randolph returns for Virginia. And remember, she does not have a field goal in the game. She's 0 for 4. Here's Motley.
That's money. When she touches it, curling off the screen. Great elevation.
Did I mention she's a communications major, majoring in broadcast journalism? Great communications school at Miami. The three from Mason. She's got 5 points. And we're all even. 22. Motley. Randolph may not have been shooting well, but she's been doing some other things. Kind of steal, came down with a big rebound there.
Miami's keeping fresh legs on her at all times. We've seen a couple of different players defending her.
Well, so far they've been able to shut down Faith Randolph, but Virginia's hanging in there. It's all even with Miami, 22-22. Game 2, day 2. She was scoreless on Sunday in the last game of the regular season. The last 5 games, she's been average under 2 points. And you know one key might be? I don't know if we can see her feet. But she's got on one orange shoe and one green shoe. Interesting.
Whatever works.
Well, it's working today.
It is.
Looks interesting out on the court, but it's working. There's a travel. This is what she does every game, and today, though, it's working, and it's a unique look, I think.
It is.
Very unique look.
She's got all around covered. That mouthpiece is half orange and half green, too. She's staying true to the U.
True to the colors. Vincent. Mobio usually doesn't take that shot. Randolph again. Randolph without a field goal. Mobio.
That's a great defensive possession for Miami. If you can get Sarah Mobio to take that shot and get the ball out of the hands of Faith Randolph.
I'm not sure that's the shot Joanne Boyle wanted her to take. That's the shot Nicole Sterling wanted to take her second three.
She was giving this team a punch off the bench. We have seen that so far, Mike. Players that come in ready for their number to be called. Not always going to be a good night for your star, but who else can step up?
She's had some big games in league play. Had 9 points on Sunday. Nothing coming easy right now for Virginia. 5 to shoot it. Got to hurry to get this shot off.
That's just great defense.
And they were bailed out there, I think, by Jazz Williams, who had that rebound, and it just rolled off her fingers.
Outstanding defense by Jessica Thomas on Michaela Vincent. She kept her shoulders squared, stayed between her and the basket.
You're watching ACC Women's Tournament from Greensboro, North Carolina. This is Game 2. The 8 and 9 seeds, Virginia and Miami. That's a bucket by Lauren Moses. One game already in the books here. Wake Forest has upset Syracuse. 2 more to come after this one. I'm Mike Hawkwood along with China Robinson. Great to have you with us. Nicole Sterling is on fire for Miami, now in double figures.
Feet check. And that's just creating her own shot. That's not through the offense. That's her getting the basketball and making something happen.
Sterling, a senior from Los Angeles, almost had a steal there. Mobio can't hit it. Got an offensive rebound. Can't put it back. Down with it is Williams, who's played well in this first half. Here's Williams, another rebound. But it's blocked by Moses. Williams, leading rebounder in the game with 4. And she got the roll. Brianna Mason.
Mason has hit some impressive shots in this game. She started running back on D before it went in. Take a look at this. Off of the bounce. Foot on the line.
And there, look underneath, there's a foul on Michelle Woods.
Absolutely. Good catch by the officials. Not allowed to displace using any part of the body.
Mobio double-teamed. Randolph still without a field goal.
Right idea. Cut to the basket. She can hit that shot.
Randolph now 0 for 5 in this game. She averages over 17 a game. Coming off a 23-point performance. Both her points from the free throw line. Pass inside to Williams. Great pass by Nicole Sterling.
A great job of attacking the defense. Forcing them to rotate, find the opening. I think we got another score getting hot.
Mason. Always interesting, isn't it, to see who can step up in the ACC tournament. Good defense by the Cavaliers. Randolph. First field goal of the game for Faith Randolph.
The level of difficulty was somewhere near a 9.5.
the lead with a bucket here. 8 to shoot it. Woods. Motley, a big three. She's got 7.
This perimeter offense for Miami, they make you work.
China, we've had 11 lead changes in this half. It has been dead even. Vincent. Umari's going to drive it to the bucket.
Notice how neither team is really running the offense to one player. It's whoever gets it and feels like they've got a good shot. No priority offense going on this afternoon. We'll see if that changes.
Sterling again. Not that time. But Mary down with it. Sterling's hit a couple of threes. Vincent. Jessica Thomas is doing a good job on her.
They are denying Miami is right now, leaving Vincent with no options.
5 on the shot clock, missed everything. Tough possession for Virginia. Well, the lead has gone back and forth. We have had 11 lead changes so far in this first half. And Virginia gets the lead there, but Miami comes right back for us. And folks said, well, you know, that really hurt them. Then you look at how Wake Forest is playing this week in the tournament.
That's the ACC. That's how Katie Meyer feels. She said, now everyone can see why we lost that game. On paper, it may not make sense, but the fact that they only have one loss to teams outside of the top 70 RPI, that's not bad.
Here's Thomas. Motley is open. They had 3 straight trips to the NCAA tournament before last year. They went to the WNIT. And Mason lost it out of bounds. Chelsea Shine Wilson had a chance to listen in to Joanne Boyle's huddle. What were they talking about?
Well, Coach Boyle was telling her team on their 2-3 zone defense, she said, we have to do a better job of sliding. And she said also, make sure you know where Motley and McGuire are. Find those 2 players. She said, rebound the ball, and she wants her team to get out and run.
And I'm sure they're going to pay attention to Jessica Thomas as well, considering what she did the last time these 2 teams played. She had a career high and scored 2 there. This is the first time either team has had a 2-possession lead, and it comes in the final minute of the first half.
Miami has forced Michaela Vincent to make a lot of decisions. They forced her to keep the ball in her hands a lot.
Davenport. That would have been big. About a 10-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. Faith Randolph just 1 field goal in this first half. And Randolph deep 3. Missed short. Sarah Beth Barnett, senior from Lexington, commits the foul, her first. And go ahead.
That was a desperation look for Faith Randolph.
That was a frustration shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think she's trying to get something going.
All these teams play, because this is the best conference in my opinion, and I have had so much fun playing in it as a player, and now getting to enjoy it with an awesome broadcast team as well.
Chelsea, looked like you were D'ing up in one of those photos. Did I see you playing some defense?
Yes, she played defense. She can rebound too.
I remember calling Chelsea's game.
Final seconds of the half. Thomas can't get the shot off. But Miami will head to the locker room with the lead. It's been an interesting first half. The lead's gone back and forth, but hasn't had a lot of flow to it. Ready for the second half here on game 2 of day 2 of the ACC tournament. Greensboro, North Carolina. Mike Hogwood, LaChina Robinson with you for this second half. Miami shot 50% in the first half. Holding a 4-point lead. Motley. Mobio, a great rebounder, down with it for Virginia. Both teams come up empty on their opening possessions. McGuire is open. First half ended with both these teams going a little cold.
And I expect that Virginia will try to get Faith Randolph going. They only shot 38% in the first half. They're going to try to get her some touches, get her comfortable out there, because I believe they will need her down the stretch.
Moses, the freshman, got McGuire up off her feet and scored. That was a nice move.
Nice mobility. I heard Katie Meyer say, we have to stop turning the ball over. That was really the Achilles heel for them in the first half. Like you mentioned, Mike, they shot 50%. That's not bad at all.
Well, Miami's missed a first couple of shots here in the second half. Virginia could tie or take the lead here. Randolph. Foul, should go to the line. And let's head over to Chelsea.
I had a chance to talk to Coach Boyle coming out of that halftime, and she said some of the adjustments they need to do is do a better job guarding the ball screen. You'll see they've gone to a man now. They want to switch 1 through 4, and then secondly, they're trying to get this girl at the free throw line going right now a little bit. She did have 4 points, did join the 1,000-point club in the first half, but they'd like to get a little more offensive production from her in the second half.
She can sure produce from the free throw line. 90%.
And I like the decision to go to the man-to-man for the zone just because it requires more energy. Virginia looked to be stuck in the mud a little bit on both ends in the first half. So that man-to-man sometimes can get a team going where a zone allows you to be more relaxed.
Motley in the paint left it short. Miami still scoreless here in the second half.
And Virginia has to be careful not to play to Miami's pace.
McGuire can't hit it.
They can score in transition, but...
And Vincent finally breaks that drought. She gives Virginia the lead. And Miami calls timeout. They have missed all 5 shots they've taken here in this second half. And Virginia with that shot. Virginia has outscored Miami 6-0. Here in the second half. Faith Randolph still just 1 field goal.
And given how well she played as of recent, 23 points against Louisville, 24 against UNC, but you got a mark on you when you're the ACC Player of the Week.
See if Miami gets going out of that timeout that was called by Katie Meyer. Williams had the rebound in her hands and lost it out of bounds.
I believe one of the keys for Virginia limiting Miami is making shots, because then they can get back and defend. They don't have to always try to guard the transition game of Miami.
Vincent. Sterling, who had a good first half. And Miami is now 0 for 7 in this second half. These are kind of droughts that have really hurt Miami down the stretch of this season.
And they create a turnover. They pick up with some pressure. Katie Meyer requesting that three-quarter court defense to try to get her team energetic, get some easy baskets. Sterling already in double figures, number 15.
Here's Motley's 23. Big scorers right now. And Woods will take it.
I have a feeling Virginia's okay with the outside shot.
Rattled out, offensive rebound, blocked by Williams. She's had a couple blocks today. Thomas. Woods is 1 for 6.
Miami can't fall in love with that. Virginia's giving you that shot for a reason.
Randolph on the drive. Now the offense has not been stellar here in the second half. That's putting it mildly. Motley, that's a big shot for Miami. Their first field goal here in the second half.
If you're going to give a player that shot, it can't be Money Motley because she is going to knock it down.
Woods picks up the foul for Miami. 15:25 to play here. Miami has retaken the lead. Only field goal of the second half, and it's by Motley, who's in double figures with 10.
Very well with this team, and Coach Boyle, there's Coach Boyle's mom. She's done such a good job of balancing the time with her daughter and the time with the team, and the baby has certainly just become a part of this team. So special year for Coach Boyle.
Mason drives, and it's blocked, swatted away. Thank you, Chelsea. That is a great story. I'm so glad you told that. I think one of the great stories in the ACC this year that Joanne Boyle finally got to go to America.
What a life in basketball.
Motley scores. I mean, that had been a long, hard fight. Battle, all kinds of paperwork and obstacles to overcome. Tell you what, Williams doesn't stand out in the stat book, but she's been a force inside.
Well, she's neutralized Sarah Mobio. We have not heard of Mobio's name a lot in this game. I think a lot of that has to do with Daphne Williams.
Daphne Williams has 7 rebounds now. Just 4 points, but she has had a big impact on this game. Here's Moses. Cannot take Virginia to the promised land on that shot.
Virginia's got to get to the glass. If you were going to take that shot, you've got to send bodies and get those second chance points. Bring it back in their zone.
Boy, offense has been tough to come by in this second half, hasn't it?
It has. This has been a very different game. Not a lot of flow to it. Teams are trying to find some.
Virginia's gone 4 minutes without a point. Thomas picks up her first foul, send Virginia to the free throw line.
And the work of Lauren Moses won't show up on the stat sheet, but she has worked really hard to get open for the basketball. Hustled every possession.
It's the free throw. This week on ACC All Access, don't miss ACC Championship highlights from men's swimming and indoor track and field. Plus, we'll profile basketball players Jewel Lloyd of Notre Dame and Quinn Cook from Duke. It's ACC All Access. Check your local listings.
How special is Jewel Lloyd? Not another player in the country like her. She can be unstoppable from anywhere on the floor.
Benson works against Sterling, and Sterling's going to be whistled for a foul. Notre Dame here watching on, and Notre Dame will play the winner of this game tomorrow in Game 2 and in this time slot. Benson, that's what she's been doing all year long.
You got a quick trigger. If you are going to help inside, you better get back and recover quickly.
Virginia has the lead back.
Sterling bringing some much-needed offense. Katie Meyer talks a lot about page 2 of the scouting report. We need a player from page 2 of the scouting report to step up. And Sterling may have been on page 2, but she'll be on page 1 if they advance in this game.
We have had 15 lead changes in this game. Back and forth it's gone. 3-second call on Virginia. Turn it over, and both teams starting to pick up their outside shooting.
Quick trigger on the 3 from Vincent off the help inside, and then good ball movement here by Miami. They find Sterling in the corner for 3.
Motley going to pull it back. Thomas. 3 to shoot it. They've got to hurry. Thomas just has 4 points in this game. Randolph. Still struggling. Randolph again. Great defense by the freshman, Erica Davenport. Here comes Nyjah Green. She's a great athlete. That's her first field goal. Green, who sat out last year because of a knee injury, known primarily for her defense, but has given Miami another 2-possession lead. Another steal, and it's Green on the breakout again. This the largest lead in the game by either team. My Young, baseline jumper for 3, got it. Virginia Tech, the upset win over NC State, and they play Pitt. Again, that's at 6 o'clock. Cinderella lives at the ACC tournament.
Got to be excited for Dennis Wolf and his club. They had not won a game in the month of February. Broke free off a very exciting last-second play.
Hell ball will remain in Virginia's hands. Virginia has missed 9 of their last 10 field goals over a 6-minute period.
One thing that Joanne Boyle noted they had done well down the stretch, including in that Louisville win, was share the basketball. There's been a lot of one-on-one plays. They've got to work through their offense to find the opening. Make the defense shift.
5 to shoot it. Moses really had nowhere to go, and McGuire. Boy, did she get up high for that rebound. Here's Green. Miami's not shooting the ball great either. They've left the door open for Virginia. Big time. Moses.
Saria McGuire goes down there, but just a second ago, we saw her athleticism on display. Look at this rebound. She snags it. She's only 5'11", but I think she might have got fingertips on the rim on that one.
Her vertical leap's pretty good.
I remember watching her play for the first time. I was sitting next to a WNBA coach, and they said, "Who's that?" She was only a freshman. I said, "You got to wait for that one."
Well, they call her Ray Ray. That was just the first foul of the half on Virginia. Miami has not been to the free throw line in this game. Green trying to hang on to it. Here's McGuire. Motley. McGuire didn't see that she had a clear path to the bucket there.
Molly Motley's not a bad idea either.
Erica Davenport's going to pick up the foul. Her first. Amobio to the line. Her first trip there today. We talk about the great free throw shooters for Virginia. Amobio from Abuja, Nigeria, is not one of them. As evidenced by that free throw.
But she made it. I was going to say opposite jinx, but she didn't come close to making it. No free throws, as you mentioned, Mike, for Miami, but they have put up a lot of three-pointers. They've taken 24 threes in this game. That's a lot.
Thomas will reset the offense. 8 seconds to shoot it for the Canes. McGuire's going to have to take it. Foul is going to be on Virginia. Lauren Moses picks up her first foul. Does this game seem a little out of sync to you right now?
It is very much so. Both teams defensively making the other uncomfortable, and it's showing up because you don't know where they want to go with the basketball. Scoring has been off and on.
Well, points have been hard to come by, no doubt about it. McGuire and Soraya will make the trip to the free throw line.
Looking to be aggressive off the bounce is Soraya McGuire. The defender definitely got a piece of the arm there, Hulandell.
This will be the first free throw of the game for Miami, and it comes with 9:02 left to play. So we went 30 minutes of this game, 31 minutes without a Miami free throw. Faith Randolph back in. They're going to need Randolph. Still just one field goal in the game. Nine points now by McGuire. And this is the largest lead for Miami as Virginia's offense has gone south. And they're going to try to get it back on this possession. Mason. Thomas can't hit it. Loose ball to Miami. Most of them have seen their way to the white shirts.
Miami's running their horns series on the offensive end. Dribble weave here on the perimeter.
Offensive foul called on Woods.
Mike, what I think has to happen on this possession for Virginia, they've got to run the shot clock down and make the defense work.
Third foul on Michelle Woods, and she's going to the bench. Motley is back in the game. Virginia is just 3 for 17 this half. Randolph. What do you do when you're having a game like that? And you can see the frustration on her face. She hasn't had a game like this in a long time.
I think Virginia has got to work the shot clock down. Force Miami's defense to shift, find openings that way. Quick shots aren't going to help.
Jessica Thomas is fouled. Miami will go to the free throw line. Most of this day has been back and forth, but that has not been the story lately.
Stretch in ACC play. Katie Meyer said she would need a big game from Soraya McGuire to have success, and she's played well so far.
Thomas, first of two. Let's go over to Chelsea.
In that last huddle, Coach Boyle was telling her team they need to do a better job of attacking. And instead of going east to west, going north to south, meaning attack straight towards the basket, the assistant coaches were trying to get the team fired up and said, we got to dig deep, guys. This is the point in the game where you've got to start making some shots.
Yeah, I think that is excellent advice from Coach Boyle in the huddle. As Lundell heard that.
Well, I've got Chelsea on this moment. Chelsea, you've seen Faith Randolph play all year. What does she need to do to get going?
Faith can tend to be a very mentally tough player, and when she's not making her shots, sometimes that can impact the way that her offense is going. So I think the biggest thing for Faith, if she can impact the game in another way, offensive rebound, defensive rebound, if she can get a stop on the defensive end, a lot of times you'll see that start to turn her offensive game up a little bit.
All right, thanks a lot. Thomas down at the other end with the three.
And the three is a funny thing. Miami has hit enough of them this afternoon. They put up a lot and hit enough to keep Virginia at bay.
Vincent steps back, leaves it short. 10-point lead.
And that is not what Joanne Boyle told her team to do. She said attack the basket, not the outside shot. Look to get to the rim, create contact, get a high percentage look.
Don't you think sometimes when you're, especially a young player like Vincent, you think, we're behind by 10. I got to do something to get us going.
It's a challenge of the youth. That's why this team has been consistent this season.
Good pass, Randolph, Amobio. Still a lot of time left, 6 minutes to play. That bucket cut the Miami lead to 8. And they forced the turnover.
Virginia on this possession getting out. Now this is attack mode. Get into the paint. Sarah Mobio running the floor well.
There's Randolph. 1 for 12 today. She's the reigning ACC Player of the Week, coming off a game where she had 23 against Louisville.
Again, credit Miami. They've kept fresh legs on her. Michelle Woods guarded her.
There is Randolph stepping back and again leaves it short. Skip pass to Thomas to Sterling. Inside Williams, and it's taken away by the freshman Lundell. I think if you're Randolph, you just have to have a short memory. Forget about it.
Yeah. I think the best shooters do have a short memory. One Angel McCautry would be one that I covered with the Atlanta Dream, Louisville Cardinals. She can miss her first 10, and she believes she's going to make the next 10, and she will. Doesn't even think about it.
Boy, really physical down in the paint. And I think they're going to get Sterling for the foul.
Post action on the interior, working to get open.
It's actually on Amobio, and that's the third on Sarah Amobio.
Yeah, she's desperate to get position.
That gives it back to Miami. Motley, the kick out, Thomas. Williams. Oh, the bank's open. Six for Williams. And the lead back up to 10. Moses, that's good defense by Sterling. Marion is blocked again by Williams.
The interior defense for Miami has been impressive, really across the board for them. She's played quite a few players, gone deep into the bench, kept fresh legs and energy on the floor.
You talk about signature wins. This is an important win if they could get it. Motley drives for 2. And Joanne Boyle's got to take a timeout here. 3:31. Miami is on fire. This is their largest lead of the game. The Tech pull off an upset 2 days in a row. Should be fun to watch. It's at 6 o'clock. Pitt and Virginia Tech right here.
Brianna Kiesel, amazing player. I think one of the best point guards in the country. Been a key to his success at Pitt.
Virginia led this game 40-39. Since then, Miami's outscored them 17-4.
When you think about the way Virginia had been playing down the stretch in the ACC, they had shot the ball at 50% or better in their last 3. Well, right now they're shooting it at 30.
Moses scores. Interesting at this juncture of the game that Faith Randolph is not on the court for Virginia.
And Joanne Boyle's trying to get her just to sit back, relax. Still a lot of time in this game, but that means other players are going to have to score like we just saw Moses do.
6 seconds to shoot it. Thomas. Not a great pass to Michelle Woods. There's Faith Randolph on the bench, and that's not a normal position for her at this juncture of the game.
Trying to get her a breather. 1 for 13 from the field. Not the type of afternoon she'd be wanting to have in the ACC tournament.
Mason scores.
This team's so young.
Hard to think about a breather with 2:15 left. Time is a factor now.
Yeah, but 1 for 13. Sometimes you got to go with another option, Mike.
There you go. Miami using as much of that clock as they can. 6 seconds to shoot it. Motley. They kick to Woods. Boy, that's a big 3 from Michelle Woods. Only her second field goal today. That was absolutely huge. It gives Miami another double digit.
And you may look at the numbers and say, well, they're not shooting it at a high percentage, but they put up a lot of threes. That's the shot Virginia has given them, and because Virginia has struggled on the offensive end, they've made enough threes.
I had to look twice at my computer over here. The numbers attempted, you just saw it on the screen, 29.
Yeah. That
is a season high. I thought that has to be an error. But you and I both know computers never lie, so it's inside Moses. And Virginia's going to take a timeout. Down 9-1 last year. Signed a new contract through 2021. So she's going to be in Coral Gables for a while.
And what she's done today in terms of getting her team ready for this game after finishing ACC season with 4 straight losses, quite a job.
There they get the steal and the turnover. Can they convert it into points? We don't have a lot of time to waste here. Miami doing a good job defensively, denying that 3, and they get a block. That's number 5 today for Williams. Cassidy Williams has blocked 5 Virginia shots. What a day. Inside. Mason for 2 more. 7-point game, under a minute to play. Edge Thomas numbers here.
He was trying to foul, I believe.
There's Williams. She's fouled by Umeri, and Jazz Williams will go to the line. 2 shots.
Foul call number 44, Umeri, 3rd and 6.
Now free throws become important for Miami. Williams, 72% from the line on the season. Jazz Williams, a transfer from Auburn, and still no Faith Randolph on the court. You see her there on the bench.
Tough night at the office for Faith Randolph for sure. Some, I think, was her pressing, but some was the Miami defense.
Looking ahead to that Notre Dame game, potentially Miami-Notre Dame tomorrow. When Miami beat Notre Dame, Jess Williams at the line had 9 blocked shots against the Hurricanes, or against the Fighting Irish.
That would be an interesting game if that plays out, considering the fact that that's the only ACC loss for Notre Dame in the last 2 years.
Vincent. Approaching 30 seconds to play. Motley gets a hand on it, comes up with a steal. Motley's going to be fouled by Umeri. And Adrian Motley will go to the free throw line. It's beginning to look like Miami will play Notre Dame, the only team to beat the Irish in the last 2 seasons. And Motley, who's stepping to the line, had her career high 32 points. What a win that was.
She was unbelievable. Really put herself on the map with her performance in that game, did Adrian Motley.
And the 9 block shots from Jassany Williams.
Key component. Taya Reimer did not play in that game for Notre Dame. Interesting to see if she will impact the game in any way coming back to the roster.
And Reimer has played really well down the stretch.
She has.
Well, if you're Miami now, you don't want to foul, but you want to make Virginia burn some clock getting a shot. Mary. That might do it. Held ball, the arrow to Miami, but the Hurricanes are going to advance on to play Notre Dame in the second game tomorrow. So we've got Duke Wake. Virginia's season low was 62 points, and they've got 52 now. That's way below what the season low had been for the Cavaliers. And I know their shot wasn't there. I know Randolph didn't hit her shots, but you've got to give, I think, Miami's defense a lot of credit.
Very active, disruptive. Outstanding job by Katie Meyer.
Final seconds. And Miami advances on with a 62-52 win. Great performance for the Hurricanes, led by